Alright, welcome back ladies and gentlemen to the Chupacabra Tutorials channel. I'm your host Larry, and today we're back to talk about some new upcoming features for Subnautica 2, most notably the fact that we're going to be going to visit the home of the Collector Leviathan, and when we go there, not only are there going to be some crazy new creatures that live there, but we're also going to be getting a new chassis for the Tadpole that's going to be a return of a fan favorite, or at least that's according to the lead design of Subnautica 2, Anthony Gallegos, that, to quote him, is going to have us stomping around in a very familiar feeling upgrade to the Tadpole. So that particular upgrade, as it turns out, is going to be the replacement for the Prawn Suit from previous editions of the game, and in keeping with the sort of frog-based theme that we have going with the Tadpole, what is the next evolution past the Tadpole? That's right, we're going full frog mode with the Sea Frog chassis. So there's been a bunch of different concept art floating around, both from supposedly from people from Subnautica, but a lot of it from the community, as to what the new Prawn Suit might look like. And there's been some wild ideas people have had, like a super tanky version with a Tesla gun, to like versions that let you garden underwater, and some of them that are just giant rock'em sock'em robots. But it looks like the Sea Frog is going to be a dual purpose, sort of more mobile version of what we had before in the Prawn Suit. And the Prawn Suit was always a very deep diving tool in Subnautica 1 and also in Below Zero, and I suspect it's going to stay the same inside of Subnautica 2. The difference being is that because everything is built around different types of mobility when it comes to the Tadpole, it looks like it's going to be you have to go to a location, activate some gravity boots to stomp around inside of the suit, and then when you're ready to move to a new location, rather than having to have a Cyclops around to carry you from place to place, we're going to just be able to suck our legs back up and then scoot until we find the next place that we want to use the suit in to either gather resources or whatever kind of tools they're going to have on the prehensile arms. Which, knowing as modular as things have been, those might even be something that we can swap out depending on what task we want the suit to do. So that'll be kind of interesting to see. We've also seen some previews of some of the crazy, almost like lamprey looking creatures that are going to be living deep down in the ocean with the Collector Leviathan. And if it can survive living next to that bad boy, they must be pretty rough and tumble, or at least able to camouflage themselves. Along with that, one of the things I thought was actually kind of interesting is that they basically said that unlike other games that go into early access, they're really striving so that you don't need to start a new save every single time that they add new content to the game. And what that's going to end up meaning is that the moment the new Collector Leviathan environment comes out, you're going to be able to immediately go there and explore it. Now, what is the form that this is going to take? Where is it going to be located? It's hard to say. This could be something that means that the boundaries of our current map open up and you can explore there some more. Or maybe, since you can basically go towards the world tree already, it might mean that there's more to explore as we head to the north, but only time will tell. So that'd be it for this one, ladies and gentlemen. Just wanted to share those updates with you. I will link to the dev vlog, or well, not blog, but vlog in the video description below, so you can check it out for yourselves. It's not very long. They haven't released a lot of details about this yet. But until next time, I've been your host, Larry. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll catch you next time. Bye!